Greetings, everyone. We have a gas station special. This was...
Those have actually panned out pretty well.
They have, and this was only $5 for a big bottle. As you will see, we have the fancy gold-looking little twist thing and an actual cork.
Yep.
So, I mean, not that that tells you anything about the beer, but at least the presentation's there.
They put at least some of your $5 into...
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
they might have had a little bit of money left for the beer.
What it's called is Affligem Double. This is supposed to be like a really old-ass Belgian beer. Like 11th century old.
So they bottled this in the 11th century?
Yeah. This particular one.
That's badass.
Yeah.
I hope it aged well.
Yeah.
So let's hit the old lab copy here. A silky head crowns a complex combination of clove and anise
It's got a website on it.
A lot
The
of
deep
seeds.
clove flavor, well, they were ahead of their time.
Yeah.
The deep clove flavor of the first silky sip mellows into a softer caramel taste as it travels over the tongue. After a swift swirl of the goblet,
over.
the Affligem Double releases beautiful hop aromas and banana notes.
I'm imagining the bottle like wearing like desert garb, walking slowly across your tongue, like with the sun setting.
Like in a still suit, it's like Dune.
Yeah. Either that or like it has like a set of sails and it's like floating out of the ocean. Like a message in a bottle.
Oh, your ocean of spit.
Shut up.
Jesus. Oh,
So
man.
we've got a history with these.
It's probably not going to do
Sometimes
Nah,
they,
it's feeling okay.
sometimes they ejaculate wildly. Pop.
No, we just had that one that like just
flew off.
well, we thought it did, and then we watched a video,
And then
it
it's
was,
like barely went anywhere. Ooh.
wow, that is really pretty. That that is gorgeous.
And if you look
That's
closely,
raisin colored.
there's sediment too.
Ew. What? Because it's from the, 1100s you said?
Now
Yeah.
on my first sniff.
Oh, wow.
On my first sniff.
Look at all
there-
that settlement.
Settlement.
Settlement. On
Look at
my
all
first
this. Whoa, there's
sniff-
like it's almost like chunks coming out of it.
I know.
Like it was like
Entire
a flop,
civilizations in the bottle
On my
that have been
first
growing
sniff,
there.
there was a little bit
flop.
of
Sea
skunk.
monkeys.
Yes.
You've got sea monkeys in it.
Yeah.
On my first sniff, there is a little bit of skunk. I think you can blow it away.
There's still a little bit in the bottle. Just another tablespoon.
This is a very, very chunky beer.
I think this
Holy
beer.
fuck! There's a lot of sea monkeys in it.
I think this beer's been sitting around for a while, like this particular one.
Wow.
yeah,
son
from
of
the
a
year
bitch.
1074. Yeah.
In the year of our
Dude.
Lord.
There's like huge clumps of sediment.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
People were noting that in reviews I was looking at online.
That's amazing.
That
to get my opinions from.
So this is...
Yeah, you wanted to
this
make
is
sure that your opinions were
Yeah.
in line with smart people.
Right.
quote-unquote smart people.
So it smells slightly tart, slightly vinegary.
Yeah.
Fruity. Mm-hmm. Dark fruit. Not very strong smelling. This is like the old ale of doubles.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a whole lot of that Belgian yeast character. A little bit, yeah, it's there, but
That little bit of wininess is there.
Yeah, but not a whole
it's
lot.
very dark fruit. It's very raisiny and
Yep.
and like mission fig.
I think so, yeah.
This is interesting.
And it's got a pretty potent malt on it, too.
It does.
Yeah.
It's full bodied,
Sweet, typical of doubles.
but it does.
It isn't overwhelmingly sweet.
Might I remind
But-
you, gentlemen, $5 for a big bottle.
But it does not taste like your usual double.
It doesn't.
This is this tastes more English.
It's out there, yeah.
And
This is weird beer.
It is weird. It is very wrong for its type, but I fucking love it.
For $5? This is very good.
$5 for a big bottle? I love it for $8 or $10 for a big bottle.
Yeah.
It's a strange beer. It's got a lot of character in a good way.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's not just going.
I mean, that's where I went with it in my mind too when I first had it. Is I thought, wow, this has some kind of old ale qualities to it. It has that dried fruit stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Just
very
like not
dark
as
tasting.
not quite as hoppy as say an old ale.
No, it's not.
I'm curious on the ABV. What does it say?
It's like 6, I think. 5.8, something like that.
Where is it? Where is it? Maybe I'm just being dumb here. Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Imported. Oh, no, that's just where it's imported from. No,
Yeah.
it's
Imported to.
Brewed and bottled by...
And that banana they're talking about in the ad copy is there on the finish. It's pretty subtle, though.
It's real subtle. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Like, if you didn't tell me it was there, I wouldn't...
7%.
Unless I was looking for it, there's no way I would find it. But it's got some spices.
I don't think I've had another beer quite like it, is what...
No,
It's also very nutmeggy.
Yeah.
I really, really dig this. This is a very good, like, you know... Shit, I was gonna say it's a very good cheap beer, but I would have this anytime.
Like, it's cheap in terms of price, but, like, you wouldn't guess that based on how it tastes.
I mean, I don't even know if that's typical. Like, this could have been they couldn't sell it and they were trying to get rid of it. I mean, I don't even know.
Probably why.
I mean, some of the most awesome beers we've had were like dusty bottles forgotten on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, like
That
Old
were like
Potentate.
$3 or $4.
Yeah.
Old Potentate, that was $5.
You know, it's the funny thing about that is
Gas station special.
I can tell how much that appeals to our palates and how much we like old ales, because you look that up on Rate Beer and that's like a 48%, like the Old Potentate.
Oh, yeah?
And it's like, oh, well, you know what? We just love that style
We
so
were
much.
like,
We're practically uncritical when it comes to
we were
it.
like, we can tell this isn't a great beer, but it's an old ale.
And we
it's-
love
yeah.
it.
And so,
And when it comes to old ales, our brains are fucking broken.
Yeah.
We're just like, old ale, I love it. And this honestly tastes way more like an old ale than it does a double. This barely has any Belgian character.
It has
to
just a tiny bit.
And you can sort of see on the bottle here, I don't know whether it's head, but you see like that sediment
Shit tons of
collecting
sediment.
up
Yeah,
there.
it's stuck to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck it, I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, I think it's very good beer.
Yep.
It wasn't quite what I was expecting at all, but it was in a good way. Like,
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised. That was
Did you take a sip and go, nuh-uh?
it was something like that. You know, I was like I said, I'm getting to where you say, "Oh, I'm completely, you know, unbiased when I do this," but you know, there's a little bit of that. It's just ingrained in us.
Yeah.
You know, unless you were like raised in the wild or something.
Right.
Where you're like, "Oh, that's $16. It must be fucking amazing." Like, you have to fight against that. So I saw this and I just went, you know what? Fuck it.
Honestly,
That's what I'm doing more and more.
I've been drinking single malt scotch for so long now that actually I get distrustful when I see something be expensive. And I narrow my eyes at it, I'm like, I bet you suck.
I bet you
there
suck.
are some,
Yeah.
like, what brewery is it? Like Moody Tongue or something has some that are really pricey that I just won't even touch because I'm terrified that I will blow money I can't really afford to spend on spending $26 on something that
Gonna fucking suck.
that sucks ass. And maybe it's awesome, but I just don't have the guts to find out. And then like there are a couple other breweries that are putting out some really pricey things, but the way I look at it is that when you can get St. Bernardus for like $12, $14, $16 a big bottle. No, not even that much. That's for like a 4-pack of the
smaller bottles.
Yeah. Then you have no reason to spend more than that on anything ever.
And that is an amazing beer. I mean, I know there are people out there, and I would be one of them. I was at some point. That's like, oh, everybody's like on this beer's jock. Yeah, whatever.
Until you have it, and
But
it's
that
like,
shit's good.
Yeah.
That shit's really good.
That's world class good.
Yeah.
And so some jerk from America pumps out something like, oh, I want to charge $26 a big bottle.
Yeah.
And I just look at them and go, I will never know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, you know, maybe it is good, maybe it's not. Go fuck yourself.
I'm not willing to gamble. There's $26 on that bottle.
You buy
here's the
almost
thing.
2 bottles of St. Bernardus Abbot 12 or whatever.
And that's the thing. That is my gold standard there. So it's like, you're not going to be better. And if you are, it won't be by much. And
That
so
extra
there is no possible way that $26 bottle is worth $26.
Right.
I have established what beer is worth in dollars to me by quality, and you're astronomical in your price.
Yep.
This goes in the opposite direction, and it is
It's
astronomical
a sleeper beer.
in its flavor.
It's a sleeper beer.
It is a
$5,
sleeper beer.
big bottle. Not the best beer I've ever had in my life, but I mean,
But
shit.
certainly not bad.
I mean, we're upper 2/3.
And I would happily
Yeah.
just sit at home sipping this over an afternoon reading a book.
Yeah.
And you don't have to get all. See, that's one of the things is I like St. Bernardus, but it costs enough that I can't. I don't know. There's some sort of anxiety or something.
You feel like you've got.
Can't quite just be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
You feel like you've got to be paying attention to the beer when you drink it,
right.
instead of
I feel
Just
you know,
knocking it back.
$15. I can't,
yeah,
want something to drink.
right.
Yeah.
Whereas this, you can just be sipping it while doing some cultured thing, or in your case,
Browsing pornography.
yeah,
Yeah.
or changing out a water pump.
On a North Star V8.
Yeah. Woo! That may be a new web series at some point.
So officially, verdict.
Affligem, double.
Doesn't suck.
Doesn't suck.
Nope.